Hey, what's up? It's Jared with State of Tech. Today we're going to take a look at some cases for the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. All these cases also are available for the Note 20, Note 20 Plus as well, and they come in a variety of different colors and mild style changes as well. You know, if you have a Note 20 of any variant, especially the Ultra, you know, this bothers me. It sits and it rocks, and there's a lot of stuff that's coming in contact with everything that you set your phone in and near. So having a good case is going to be important to keep a phone like this clean. Also, the buildup of dust and stuff around the camera bump, lots of things that frustrate me about that. But with that said, cases can help not only protect the finish of your beautiful phone, your expensive device, but also provide a little bit more for you to hold on to in gripability. Because even though this phone does feel good, it's nice to hold, having a case on it just gives me that added feeling of protection and just a little bit of peace of mind. So we're going to start out by looking at the case that I use the most, which is a case by Urban Armor Gear. This is their Civilian Series case, and what I like about this case is that it provides a bit of style and a lot of protection without adding too much bulk to the phone. There's good edge protection around. The buttons are very easy to feel. They're good bumps where the buttons are. So, and there's good tactile response there as well. A lot of cases tend to add a ton to the base of the phone, whereas this UAG case keeps it kind of simple. I can access my S Pen really easily, and I've got good access to all of my port, and then also nothing's being covered up or blocked here. It doesn't really affect your audio experience or anything like that. So I like this case. You know, it sits nice and flat, no rocking at all, which I like. That's a big pet peeve of mine, is the phone just sitting there rocking, or when you have it sitting on the table, it's all cockeyed. I just, you know, I want it to sit there nice and flat. I don't know if that's just an OCD thing of mine or what. I do have another UAG case here as well. This is the Monarch series case, which is a little bit more industrial looking. It has a very similar style and feel to the first case we looked at, but it adds a lot of, you know, a lot of lifted truck feels to the situation here, which is nice. I mean, this is a very industrial looking case, and it definitely adds a different look and feel to your phone. It adds a bit more edge protection up in the top corners here, which is nice as well. In case you drop your phone, you've got, you know, good edge protection. It's got kind of a honeycomb grip here. Looks kind of like a tire tread maybe. That gives you a little bit more gripability holding onto the phone. Buttons are still very responsive and tactile. Good access to your port and your S Pen down on the bottom. So overall, I like this case. Although I don't understand why it's missing a bolt here. I don't know if maybe it popped off or something, or maybe I just got a bad one, but you know, if those were real, this might come loose. I don't know. But I do like this case. It's industrial. It's very kind of, like I said, it gives me those lifted truck feels, but nonetheless, it's a nice case. Moving right along, we're moving on to a case by i-Blason. This is a two-piece case that has a plastic framing for your phone, so your phone snaps into that, which is going to give it some protection, and then also it slides into this nice silicone bumper that goes all the way around the phone and snaps into the grooves of that plastic frame. And what I really like about this case is that it doesn't add a lot of bulk to where you're holding the phone. It's already a big phone as it is, especially the Note 20 Ultra, but it adds a lot of protection around the edges here. So your drop protection is just really good if you do drop and it hits on the edge. A lot of times when you see a phone fall, in these drop videos and stuff, it does land on a corner, and so lots of good corner protection here. We've got camera pump protection. We also have good access to the ports, but this is a case that, like I mentioned, Some of these cases add a ton to the bottom here, but they kind of have to in order to get those nice rounded edges on the corners of the case for that added protection. But you can still, there's a good notch here, a good notch for accessing your S Pen, so you don't have to worry about, you know, trying to dig your fingernail in there to get your S Pen out. Still works really well. Case is nice and flat lay on the table, which I absolutely love. So a case like this is going to give you a lot of added protection to your phone without making it feel like it's much bigger. Even though it is obviously bigger in some areas, having the thin sides with this plastic frame does not add too much to your phone, still makes it manageable to hold on to. So also from i-Blason, they have a Cosmo series cases, which tend to be a little bit more feminine and have more of a feminine design to them, which is cool because, you know, a lot of cases are very industrial looking, and if you want a case that is going to give you a little bit more style options, this case works very much like the last one that we looked at with the framing and the silicone bumper. This one, though, does not add a ton of area on the outer edges, though. It does still have, you know, protection all the way around. My phone definitely feels good in the hand and has good protection face down, and then also camera pump protection. But this case does not sit perfectly flat on the table like some of the other cases that we've looked at, which, you know, may or may not matter to you. But this case, the Cosmo series, comes in a lot of different styles, so you definitely want to check the link in the description below so you can see those different styles, because this is just one of them. I believe this is the marble finish, and has, you know, some pink, some colorization inlays here, and the more traditional marble coloring. And so it is a nice looking case, but there are other color variations and style variations available as well. Next, we're moving on to some cases by Supcase. This case here is also a two-part case with a frame that goes around your phone to protect it, and then also a silicone bumper. Some of these are just kind of a pain to get out. They're made to protect your phone. They're not made to be easy to take on and off. And so we snap our phone into this little frame here. Now the back of my phone, I'm definitely going to want clean, like on this case. It is see-through for the most part on the back. What I'm liking about this case is it's giving me kind of a half and half compared to what we've seen with some of these other cases with more aggressive designs. Now this is definitely, I did not do a good job cleaning my phone off, but it has, you know, you can see through the back, so you can see the design of your phone, the coloring. If you chose a color that you really like, it's not totally hidden. It also has some rubberized protection or some silicone protection here. Good protection around the camera bump. Good corner protection. There is a little bit of added area to the corners here that is not on the side of the phone, so it doesn't add too much bulk for you to hold it in the hand. The buttons are okay. I'm not a huge fan of them. This one's kind of like, has like a knurling to it, and so you can differentiate it from the volume buttons. But, you know, and they feel good. They're tactile, just not my favorite buttons of all the buttons that we've looked at today. There's also a bit here on the foot of the phone as well. And so, you know, you could still get in there and get the S Pen out easily, but obviously they add a bit there to give you more corner protection. So overall, I do like this case. It definitely looks like a fingerprint magnet right now. Most of those fingerprints are already on my phone, and you know, these Samsung phones, they are fingerprint magnets. So you'll want to make sure that your phone is nice and clean when you put it in this case. And then of course, the fingerprints will only be on the outside now instead of the inside. So the last case we're going to take a look at is the Urban Beetle Pro case from Supcase. This is a case that adds a ton of protection all the way around your phone. So if you have a job that takes you to a lot of places where your phone could potentially get damaged, or you just want something that is going to provide a lot more protection around your phone, this case is that. Lots of protection on the back, including increased thickness and distance between the camera bump and, of course, coming in contact with a surface. There's a ton of protection on the front as well. Typically, these Urban Beetle Pro cases come with a screen protector across them, but being that most of our Note phones have screen protectors on them already, you don't need double the screen protector. There is good protection all the way around it, including a ton of protection in the corners and also the sides, so it does add a little bit to the bulk of your phone. There's a port protector down here below that tucks in and closes off your port. There's good access to your S pin here as well. And this is overall just a pretty good case. But it also comes with this attachment that could be used as a belt clip or to clip your phone onto something like the visor of your vehicle or your center console or something like that. The belt clip rotates, or the clip rotates, so that's nice. And you can also put the phone in with the screen facing inward. So camera is facing outward, screen is facing inward, and completely protected against something coming in contact with it. And you can also flip it around the other way as well. So I'm thinking if you had this in your vehicle, you clipped this to something, whether it's your visor or something on your dash so that you can hold the phone straight up, and it can be kind of like a phone holster in your car. You rotate it sideways and you can clip it to your center console or something like that in your vehicle. That's a very nice feature to have. Now, lastly, this case also has a kickstand, which they're always kind of a pain to get open the first couple of times, so I tend to use my knife to pop it open the first couple of times until it is nice and loose. But the kickstand works both in this orientation, so you can set it down, you can have a Zoom call or Google Duo or whatnot. You can also tilt it up this way in portrait mode as well. And so this makes it nice, and it kind of snaps into place so your phone isn't going to collapse on itself. But nice kickstand for portrait or landscape mode so that you can utilize or even just see your phone, watch YouTube videos, consume content, do whatever, and then it just snaps back down and you throw the phone right back in the holster. Or you don't even need to use the holster. If you just want a case that is much more durable, like this is definitely one of those cases. Now you definitely have to snap this back in or the kickstand's going to be popping out. It seems like my kickstand is not complying at the moment, so I'm going to have to mess with that. I know I didn't break it by utilizing, but okay, I see this little pin is sticking out a little bit. So once I push that back in, it should be fine. So with that said, these cases all provide a little bit of a different experience for your Note 20, Note 20 Plus, Note 20 Ultra overall experience. Boy, this case, not going to bother wrestling with it right now. I'll get it off later. My personal favorite is this Urban Armor Gear case. It adds good protection all the way around, like all these cases do. It is kind of minimal, and I like the color options. All these cases come in a different variety of colors and styles, as I mentioned, so make sure to check the links in the description below. If there's a case you think I should check out, share that with me down in the comment section below. So make sure to click on those links to check out the styles and pricing of the cases. Click on that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when I put out more videos like this, such as the 15 Note 20 Ultra tips video that you should check out if you haven't already. I'll make sure to link to that down in the description below. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you back in another State of Tech video. Take care.